Hello, welcome to Divided Nexus Pet Stories YouTube channel. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy the video.
This is the story of Lily the Luckseeker's last stand. Every March 17th, as the clock strikes dawn, a hidden New York manifests in the mist of the East River. The Emerald Borough is a place of neon shamrocks, cobblestones made of malachite, and skyscrapers that grow like enchanted beanstalks. It is the world's reservoir of luck, governed by the ancient magic of the Irish diaspora. But this year, the celebration is cut short by a chilling silence. Inside the Cathedral of Clover, the sacred golden bona relic forged from celestial pyrite is gone. The velvet cushion is empty, and a single, charcoal gray cat hair is left behind. The city's vibrant greens begin to pale as the first wave of misfortune hits. Streetlights flicker and die, and the laughter of the five folk turns to anxious whispers. Without the bone, the borough will dissolve into the gray void before the day is out, leaving the world in a century of darkness. Deep in the heart of a rain-slicked alley, a tiny beacon of hope emerges. Lily, a snowy white chihuahua with a fierce gaze, adjusts her emerald bandana. She is the luck seeker, the chosen guardian of the borough. She knows the scent of the thief. It is the bitter, metallic tang of the shadow paw syndicate, but she cannot face this darkness. Alone, from the shadows of a closed pub, Barnaby, a massive and grizzled bulldog with a permanent scowl, lumbers forward. He carries a small flask of enchanted Guinness and a heavy heart. High above, a hyperactive magpie named Pip swoops down, his metallic blue feathers shimmering against the gray sky. They went to the pipes, Lily. Pip chirps frantically. Malachi's cats are taking the bone to the underworld. Lily barks a sharp command, and the unlikely trio sets off into the gloom, their paws splashing in the puddles of fading magic. The entrance to the labyrinthine sewers is a rusted iron grate shaped like a screaming banshee. As Lily and her companions descend, the air grows thick with the smell of damp earth and old riddles. This is the domain of the whispering rats, the borough's most treacherous informants. The walls are lined with glowing moss that pulses like a heartbeat. Suddenly, hundreds of red eyes peer from the darkness. A giant rat with a tattered top hat steps forward, blocking their path. To pass the gate and find the cat, you must answer the riddle of the flat and the fat. The rat squeaks with a sneer. Barnaby growls, his patience wearing thin, but Lily steps forward. She knows that in the Emerald Borough, wit is sharper than any fang. She listens closely to the riddle, her tiny ears twitching as she calculates the cost of failure. Lily outsmarts the rats with a clever play on words about the nature of a lucky break, and the rodents reluctantly step aside, pointing toward the iron shamrocks, the enchanted skyscrapers that pierce the clouds. The climb is grueling. The trio navigates external maintenance platforms that move of their own accord, shifting like a giant clockwork puzzle. Wind howls around them, threatening to blow the tiny chihuahua into the abyss. Pipafel eyes ahead, scouting the path and dodging the spectral crows sent by Malachi to hinder their progress. Barnaby uses his immense strength to hold down a tilting platform, allowing Lily to leap across a terrifying gap. The higher they climb, the more the city below looks like a dying ember. The gray fog is rising, swallowing the lower levels of the borough, turning buildings into ghosts of stone. At the summit of the tallest tower, they find the first traces of the Shadow Paw Syndicate. The cats are spectral, their bodies flickering between solid fur and purple smoke. They are led by Malachi's lieutenants, a pair of Siamese twins with glowing violet eyes. A frantic chase ensues across the rooftops. Lily moves like a white blur, her bandana streaming behind her. She uses the borough's fading luck to her advantage, sliding under water pipes and leaping over ventilation fans that stop just in time. Barnaby acts as a living wrecking ball, crashing through the spectral cats and clearing a path for his small leader. They reach the edge of the district just as Malachi appears on a distant floating platform, the golden bone clutched in his mouth, its celestial glow dimming under his dark touch. The gray fog has reached the heart of the city now. People in the mundane New York above feel a sudden wave of despair, unaware that their world's luck is being drained into the void. Lily corners Malachi near the Grand Parade grounds, where a massive, half-built float of a giant leprechaun stands. Malachi turns, his scarred face twisted, into a cynical grin. Why do you fight for a city that forgets you tomorrow? He hisses, his voice like dry leaves. Join the shadows, little pup. The luck of the world is a lie told by those who have it. He taps the golden bone against the float, and suddenly the giant wooden leprechaun creaks to life, its eyes glowing with a malevolent purple light. The float begins to stomp through the streets, crushing everything in its path, with Malachi perched atop its emerald hat. Lily, Barnaby, and Pip launch a desperate assault on the mechanical giant. Pip distracts the animated float by pecking at its glowing eyes, while Barnaby bites into the wooden gears of its legs, slowing its progress. Lily begins the perilous climb up the leprechaun's tattered velvet clothes. The wood groans and splinters under her claws. Malachi watches her approach with amusement, conjuring wisps of dark magic to knock her off. You are an inch of nothing against an ocean of shadow, he screams. But Lily finds a spark of the golden bone's power within herself. Her snowy fur begins to radiate a brilliant green light, pushing back the gray fog. She isn't just a dog. She is the embodiment of the burrow's resilience. With a final, desperate lunge, she reaches the brim of the hat. The showdown atop the parade float is a blur of fur and magic. Malachi is larger, stronger, and fueled by centuries of bitterness, but Lily is faster and driven by love for her city. They clash near the edge of the hat, miles above the pavement. Malachi swings a spectral paw, narrowly missing Lily's ear. She counterattacks, biting into the velvet of his cloak and pulling him toward the edge. The golden bone lies between them, pulsing with a rhythmic, dying light. The midnight bell begins to toll in the distance, the first of 12. With each strike, a piece of the emerald burrow vanishes into thin air. One strike for your hope, Malachi mocks, and 12 for your end. He lunges for the bone, his claws extended, but Lily sees the opening she's been waiting for. As the 11th bell tolls, Lily makes her move. She doesn't go for the bone. She goes for Malachi's footing. She trips the heavy cat with her small body, sending him tumbling back. As he falls, he reflexively lets go of the relic. Lily catches the golden bone in midair, its warmth flooding through her. The moment her teeth touch the celestial pyrite, a shockwave of pure emerald energy explodes outward. The gray fog is vaporized instantly. The wooden giant beneath them collapses back into a harmless parade float. Malachi vanishes into a puff of purple smoke, retreating back to the shadows from whence he came. Lily stands alone on the hat, the golden bone glowing brightly in her mouth, as the final toll of midnight rings out across a restored and vibrant city. The sun rises over the East River, and the Emerald Burrow fades back into the mists, safe for another year. In the mundane New York, people wake up feeling inexplicably lucky, finding lost keys and winning small lotteries. Back in the hidden cathedral, Lily places the golden bone back onto its velvet cushion. The first terriers of Terra would be proud. Barnaby shares a bowl of water with her, his scowl slightly less pronounced, and Pip preens his feathers on her head. Lily looks out over the vanishing city, her green bandana fluttering in the breeze. She is small, yes, but her heart is the size of the burrow itself. The luck of the Irish hasn't run out. It's just waiting for next March, guarded by the smallest hero New York has ever known. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe for more content, and until next time, stay super.